In this video, we will teach you the meaning of foreground and background as it pertains to artwork. These important art concepts will help you better understand painting, so let's begin. Welcome to Acrylic Arts Academy. We teach the world to paint. As artists, we create illusions every time we paint imagery that looks three-dimensional on a flat surface. To achieve believable depth in space, a good understanding of foreground and background are important. Understanding foreground and background helps artists create a sense of depth and realism. The foreground of a painting is what appears first in the frame and is closer to the viewer. Let's consider this painting from art history. This painting is by Lorenzo Lotto and is called The Nativity. It was created in 1523. In this example, the foreground in this painting appears in the lower half of the frame. These figures and objects appear closer because they are larger, more detailed, and brighter in color. The brighter colors and enhanced contrast in the hair, skin, and clothes also help to bring the imagery forward in our frame of view. Finding the foreground isn't always as simple as splitting the canvas in half at the horizon line. Let's consider this image by John Singer Sargent, which is called Street in Venice. If you have this painting diagonally, the foreground and background can be recognized. Here we can see that the foreground is located on the left and the background is on the right. On the left side, the foreground begins at the top of the female's head and extends to the lower left corner. It's good to note that the foreground again features brighter color and higher contrast. The woman's taller stature compared to the figures in the background helps to portray that she is closer to us. Because she is closer to the viewer, the details of her face, hair, and clothing are more easily seen. She is more in focus than the rest of the painting. All these factors together help to create depth of space between the front and the back of the frame. The background of a painting represents what is further off in the distance. The background appears in the upper half of this image. Notice how the objects in the distance are darker, less detailed, and smaller than those in the foreground. How much we see in the background depends on the angle of view. In this painting, we can notice that the people in the background have fewer details on their faces and clothing, as well as a lower contrast overall. The third set of people in the back have even fewer details than the two gentlemen in the middle. Let's review the meaning of the important art concepts that we learned today. The background represents objects in space that are farthest from the viewer. The foreground represents objects in space closest to the viewer. If this video helped you understand foreground and background in art, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos just like this. Receive your acrylic painting supply list and paintbrush guide to help you get started with acrylic painting. Just visit acrylicartsacademy.com/free guides.